So Emily, what do you do here at Khan Academy?
So I'm a software developer. I mostly work on the front-end part of our website. And over the years, I was an intern twice, and I've worked on things like building and designing exercises that we use on our site. I've worked on tools that our content creators use to make exercises on our site. I've worked on some of our internationalization efforts. I helped get some of our exercises to be translatable. I'm currently working on making some of our images more translatable. I've worked on some of our open source projects. I helped create Kotek, which was our...
Helped create. You created along with Ben
along
Alpert.
with Ben Alpert. We made a fast math typesetting library for the web.
That's actually an interesting story. So actually, why did y'all decide to do that? And explain what Kotek is and why you decided to do it.
So Kotek is a math typesetting library. So it takes mathy strings in like a LaTeX format and formats them so that they look nice on the web.
Right. People might not realize it, but like if you want to write like an integral symbol or even like kind of an X in the like the way it looks in like a math textbook, it's a different type of formatting than kind of your typical web formatting.
And you need special rules for like laying it out and the like spacing between things and stuff. And
there was a way to do it before.
There was.
Kotek.
It was a tool called Mathjax. And we still use Mathjax on our website, but for a lot of the use cases that we had, which were like math that changed a lot, or like taking when you like go to the next problem on an exercise, having a whole bunch of new math put on the page, Mathjax was just too slow. So we over the course of a couple weeks, Ben Alpert and I threw together sort of a small prototype of something that would do the same thing that Mathjax did for a small subset of the math that we used, but a lot faster.
Like a lot faster. How much faster?
So the originally it was like 100 times faster.
100 times.
And now it's still faster. I guess we haven't done any benchmarks recently, but.
And that's a big deal. I mean, this is something, and y'all then contributed it to the larger. I mean, hopefully, this is something that most everyone could use.
Actually, we've I've been sort of following projects and stuff, and there's definitely new projects that need math typesetting. Kotek is now one of the things they look into, and there's many different websites and stuff that now use Kotek as their sort of default implementation.
That must feel pretty good. That was what a 2-week initial foray into it.
Yeah, it's actually. But it's over time. I've put in a lot more time, and I've learned a lot of how tech works and stuff, which has been interesting. But,
tech, like not the tech industry, like tech.
No,
the formatting. The formatting language.
Formatting language.
And what is for people who aren't software engineers or software developers, what is your day-to-day like?
Day-to-day is pretty nice. Come into work late. Well, not that late, but
later than me.
Later. And just sort of settle down, catch up on email and stuff, and then tackle whatever problem I'm trying to solve. So like right now, I'm working on figuring out how to take some of the like labels in our images in our exercises and figure out how to take those strings, send them to translators so they can be translated, and then take the translated strings and put them back into our images. And so some writing code to try to do that, a lot of testing things out, a lot of code
Wow,
reviews.
I didn't even realize. So it's actually to take the text from an image.
So we...
or it's represented as kind of text behind the scenes.
Yes.
But once again, it's super important, because if our mission is a free world-class education for anyone anywhere, the text should not be in English for a lot of the world.
And we've had methods of sort of doing this in the past, but it was sort of clunky, and it made it difficult for the translators to translate the text, which is a problem, because if it's difficult for the translators, then it doesn't happen as much, and then it doesn't look as good and stuff. So trying to sort of ease the transition for everybody and make it easier to get our content translated, which is good.
Oh. And just to take a step back, you mentioned you interned here twice. What brought you to Khan Academy? One, I guess, as an intern, but then eventually as a full-time engineer.
Originally, Ben back to Ben Alpert. Ben Alpert was an intern here before me, and I knew him back from high school, and it sounded like fun. But also, I've been really interested in education and stuff throughout my life. I really like teaching people things, and I worked as like a TA in college a bunch, and so I thought about it and thought, like, you know, a place that does online education sounds really fun. And I looked on the website, and I checked out like the Khan exercises stuff that we had been going on, and saw that, you know, people were just writing really cool problems for students to solve, and writing, coming up with hints to like that were really good at explaining exactly how those students should go through this. And I thought that this was a really cool way to further education. So,
and since interning twice and then now being a full-time engineer, what's kind of surprised you about Khan Academy?
I think the biggest surprise is how nice the people are. I think that the sort of the culture that Khan Academy creates, with people are very passionate about the stuff that we do. We're not in it for the money or whatever. We're here because we really care about changing education and the work that we're doing. And so everyone that ends up here is always incredibly nice and incredibly supportive. And you know, I have chats at the lunchroom, you know, about broad ranges of topics, but it's always incredibly fun, and people always have very cool experiences to share.
And what are you excited about right now?
What am I excited about? I'm excited about sort of pushing forward. I'm excited about trying to delve into new things that people haven't really done before. And I know that like online education has sort of been around for a while, but people have sort of they reached a point and sort of stagnated, and there's a bunch of like mediocre online education that's out there, and I'm excited to see how we can sort of push forward and design new things and design exciting things that can help people learn better.
Well, I'm excited about that too, and it's an honor to be working with you.
Yep.